The students that I have here today are 6 Black American students from the United States. We are from New York City and Washington, D.C.
Hello, my name is Olivia Davis, and I'm 17 years old from Queens, New York, originally from Jamaica, and I'm one of the scholars from the Black Birthright trip.
Hi, my name is Natoya German. I am from Mapen Clarendon in Jamaica, and I am from Bronx, New York.
Hi, my name is Alec Easter. I'm 15 and I go to Gonzaga College High School in Washington, D.C.
Hi, my name is Michaela. I am 16 years old. I'm from the Bronx, New York, and I'm here in Senegal because of the Black Birthright program.
My name is Susuela Daly. I'm 17 years old. I live in Queens, New York, and I'm here in Senegal with Black Birthright.
Hello, my name is Adrian Hernandez, and I live in Bronx, New York. I'm here in Senegal. I'm part of the Black Birthright program.
I started a program called Black Birthright, and the purpose is to bring Black American students to Africa to experience their history and their culture, and this trip would not be complete without coming to this community.
I applied to Black Birthright because living in America, I never got a lot of experience around my culture. I didn't get to express myself the way I wanted to, and it was a total change moving from Jamaica to live in America. So I wanted to come to Africa. I wanted to experience my roots, to explore where I originally came from, and to find out who I am and who I wanted to be.
If I had to explain the Black Birthright program to a friend or a colleague, I would say that it is an amazing program that gives Black students the opportunity to be in touch with their roots and the culture of different African countries, and that by all means they should apply because it's a life-changing experience and you make new friends, you have an amazing time, and really get to experience the culture of your homeland.
I think that it is very important for everyone to try to sign up for Black Birthright, whether you get in or you don't get in, because it is a great opportunity for you to be immersed in your culture and get to know things about yourself and things about other people that will just help you as a person grow and succeed. And I think this program is going to help me thrive in many ways. I may be leaving Africa, but I will keep the experience that I have gone through with me.
I will definitely be recommending people that I know to the Black Birthright trip and organization because it allowed me to experience something that I could have not done without them. I'm not certain that I would have ever come back to Africa, but furthermore to Senegal without the help of the Tunstall family and Miss Desiree.
I find this trip to be very educational, very informative, and overall very necessary and for young minds to develop a sense of their own background. And this trip is very amazing, is very fun. I very much enjoyed it.
I feel like this trip can give other students wonderful opportunities as learning about their past so that they can improve themselves as a person and that they are able to change the way that they live in America and anywhere, and that we should all come together as one and that we can educate young Black people on how we should come together and how we should improve our communities to empower each other.
Hey, this experience in Senegal has been one of the best experience, or the best experience I've had in my entire 16 years of life. It has taught me a lot about who I am and a lot about my capabilities and a lot about my culture. And I feel like I will be more successful because of this program. And I'm very thankful for Ms. Desiree and the Tunstall Foundation.
I've had a great experience because I've been able to reconnect with a culture that I was taken away from a long time, being a product of the diaspora. And just that exposure to Senegalese culture has really allowed me to be open-minded, and it's let me see myself for who I truly am and what my ancestors would have wanted.
I believe that young African American people should have a good sense of background of where they were from, what their ancestors came from. I also believe that it will create a sense of dignity amongst the African American.
The difference between the United States and Senegal, to me, the biggest difference is the community. We have a sense of belonging here, which I quite currently don't feel from the States. I feel trapped. I feel like my soul is not being properly represented. I feel like my skin color is a brand that marks me everywhere I go, while here, I feel just like anybody else. I feel free. I feel black. I feel beautiful. So I feel that the community and the sense of belonging is the biggest difference.
Something that I witnessed here in Senegal that I will definitely be taking back to my community in America was the deep sense of family within communities that may not even be related by blood. Like, even though these families were not physically related, you wouldn't be able to tell that unless you asked them, because they all treated each other the same and as if they were all part of a family.
I believe this trip will help you gain more character for yourself, and I believe that it will mentally enhance your knowledge. I believe that it will create a sense of character, of dignity, and respect for yourself.
Going to Glory Island was an emotional experience for me because I got to stand in the place that my ancestors stood in for the last time before leaving their home continent. And it was bittersweet because they called this place the door of no return, and I got to return. So it was very emotional, and it was very inspiring to be back in a place where they thought that they would never see, but their grandchildren and great-grandchildren were able to see eventually.
I was here for a purpose. Being on Glory Island, it made me realize that even though the slave trade happened, even though I missed out things that could have happened, I could have not even been born. I realized that it happened for a reason, and slavery wouldn't happen if God didn't want it to happen. So all I realize now is that I've just got to be the best me I can and try to bring myself, indulge into that culture. I just realized that me as an individual, as a person, as a Jamaican, as a proud West Indian, I have to stand up for my culture. It allowed me to see the door of no return, which proved them wrong because we actually returned. So to me, Black Birthright is everything in this summer and onward.
Being in Senegal has been an amazing and eye-opening experience that I've thoroughly enjoyed. From the beautiful country itself to the amazing and kind people, I've really enjoyed being here so much, and I want to come back as soon as possible. There were so many kind people in Senegal that were 100% ready to help us navigate the country that was new to us and help us have an amazing experience.
I find Senegal to be extremely beautiful, and I'm very excited to come back. I want to thank the Tunstall family for having me here and giving me this experience of a lifetime. But this country is incredibly beautiful, and I'm glad that I got to see a side that isn't portrayed in the media, and that I got to see a side that shows the true spirit of not only Africa, but of Senegal. Because you don't really see that in American media.
This program in general will go very far because the way it makes me feel personally, I feel like I'm a new person and I have a different look on the world. I feel the need to change my community and to change people's mindset of Africa, because there are some very horrible stereotypes that people think of Africa, and it's definitely not true.
We don't see a lot of positivity around Africa, and I think it's very important for us to see more positivity around Africa and for us to understand where we came from and who our ancestors were. It is very important for everyone to come to Africa, to get in touch with their African roots, to eat different foods, to get to know their culture, their community.
I've met a lot of African Americans in the US who don't understand anything about Africa, who don't know anything about Africa. So having this program to help young African Americans, especially high schoolers, who are in the process of, learning new things and experiencing new things, to come here and to be able to live with Africans and then see what Africa is. And I encourage everybody, if you have the chance to apply for this program, please do and come. Because when you come, you will learn a lot. There's a lot of things that you are not taught in the classrooms. Only experiencing it will allow you to know and understand. So come if you can, and join this program if you can. We have 6 young, wonderful people. They really were very happy, and then I saw like a lot of energy, a lot of goodness and easygoingness in their eyes. So I was so happy to be able to work with them. So, and also thank you for Desiree and the Tolstoy Foundation to allow this to happen. This is a life-changing moment for them.
But one of the words I'll be taking back with me is Jedejef, meaning thank you.
In Senegal, I have had the great opportunity of learning a lot of words in Wolof, like Jedejef, Magnifique, Bakna.
I was submerged into the language of Wolof, where we learned various words such as Jerejef, Nakobok, Bakna.
Okay, so my favorite Wolof word is bakna, with the hand movement. It sounds really spicy and I like that. And it's just, I don't know, it's like saying bakna. It sounds kind of foreign. I like it.
It's a beautiful country and it's very enriching. It's just like, just bathe yourself in like the culture. It's just amazing. It's amazing. Yes. So Jedejef, which is thank you, if you didn't know.
I would really like to thank Desiree for giving me this opportunity to come to Senegal to learn more about the African culture. I would also like to thank the Senegalese people for welcoming us, well, me and my other friends that were also able to participate with me. So, Jedejef, and thank you.
I really appreciate this Black Birthright program because it really helps young African Americans to better know their African background. Most of them, they really do not know much about Africa. They have never been to Africa. They hear about Africa from other sources, especially from the Western media. And as you know, the Western media isn't really very positive about Africa. They talk about wars, they talk about conflict in Africa. So this doesn't really help African Americans know who they are. And this Black Birthright program is really very positive because I believe that these young African Americans who come to Senegal and discover Africa for themselves, when they get back home, they can also talk to their friends, to talk to their families, and help them see what Africa looks like in actual fact.